In a WMBF News investigation, researchers have an urgent warning for e-cigarette users. They say the chemicals used to flavor the liquids inhaled through these devices could be potentially harmful.
Experts say they could cause vapors' lungs to become so scarred they can no longer absorb oxygen. And as the industry grows, they're appealing to more and more children, teens, and young adults.
Our Caitlin Stansel explains.
They're billed as a, quote, safer alternative to smoking cigarettes. Many people who have smoked a majority of their lives say they gave cigarettes up completely after picking up vaping. But little research has been done about the potential health effects of e-cigarettes, and few regulations are out there to keep an eye on what's being put into these products. Business is booming for the e-cigarette industry. But researchers are looking at the costs that could be paid by your health.
You can tell by the number of vape shops you're seeing opening. You can tell by the number of vendors that are supplying e-juices and other kinds of stuff. And it's really growing because people are finding a way, an alternative to smoking.
According to the World Health Organization, $3 billion were spent in the United States alone on e-cigarettes in 2013. And those sales are expected to dramatically grow over the next 15 years.
For patients who are trying to quit smoking, it may be a safer alternative in the short term. I think the larger concerns are that people are doing it long term or picking it up as a new habit. Just like cigarettes in the 1950s, when they thought those were safe, we just don't know yet. I think there's still a lot of questions.
Questions about what's exactly in the chemicals that flavor e-juices. That's what researchers at Harvard wanted to look at. In a report published in December, they found that 3 chemicals are commonly used in flavors that are not only popular to vapers, but appeal to kids. And the most concerning of those 3, diacetyl. It became noteworthy in the early 2000s, associated with a disease known as popcorn lung.
Popcorn lung, can you speak towards that, what that is exactly?
Yeah, it's a relatively rare entity, and it was described in a popcorn factory where they were using flavor additives. But in that case, they were using them for popcorn. And it is safe to ingest those as far as the FDA is concerned, but it's not safe to inhale them.
The condition progressively scars the lung to the point that it can't absorb oxygen. The effects are irreversible, and experts say in some cases, the only option a patient may have is a lung transplant.
It's very scary, and in fact, some of the flavorings that were mentioned in the study were ones that are almost specifically geared towards kids.
In the study, diacetyl was found in 39 of the 51 flavors tested, many of them appealing to younger users with names like Cupcake, Blue Water Punch, and Alien Blood. The industry appears to be becoming more transparent, though, about what chemicals are in their products.
If the vendor of the juice cannot provide me with an MSDS sheet, I'm not going to buy their juice. I need a guarantee that there's no diacetyl, that there's no other harmful chemicals in that juice that I'm giving my customers.
But according to the Harvard study, suppliers can't be so sure about what they're selling is safe. Researchers found that 2 companies who explicitly said their products did not contain diacetyl, in fact did.
What do you want to see done from here? More FDA regulations or outlaw them altogether? Yeah. What do you want to see?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, the tide's turned in this country in large part our attitudes towards smoking. You know, I certainly think that I would hate to see it become more popular. I certainly think that this Harvard study indicates that there needs to be more research into it. And hopefully this will be a stimulus for that. I think it's a story that still is being written.
There's still more work to be done, according to this study, more research into the potential effects of these chemicals. The experts involved in the report have recommended urgent action be taken to further investigate these concerns. In the studio, I'm Caitlin Stansel for WMBF News.